Hi everyone, Book Monster Mitch to share a little bit about my writing. Um, so just today, as uh, a little bit before recording this, this is August 26, 2025. A little, I'd say a few hours before recording this. I made it to page 2 of my personal writing. I guess you could call it a manuscript, rough draft, whatever, fresh draft. So I didn't want to say much, but I will say a little bit, just to give you an idea of what my writing is about. So the book itself, the book that I'm working on currently, is titled The Swami. That's H. I'm sorry. It's spelled Shroumi. Swami. Swami. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, so that's why I spelled it out for you. Do with that spelling as you wish. I'm not particular on the pronunciation right now, so but it's book one in a planned trilogy. Um, and it will be more than that. I don't have it in me to write, massive 10, 12, 14 book long series. So if you're looking for that, I'm not the person. Sorry, I know, people buy them, but I'm I'm personally looking for quality over quantity. And like I said, I don't have, you know, enough story material but for a trilogy. So before I get too much further into writing and what the story is about, my name is Mitch. Of course, I introduce myself every video, Book Monster Mitch, so you know that. But I'm not going to be published under my legal name. I chose a pen name, a pseudonym, whatever you prefer. My pen name, pseudonym is, my middle name is Paul, so it's Paul as the first name. Ivy is the second name, and Cab is the last name, surname, whatever. Um, Paul Ivy Cab. So I hear you saying, gee, that's interesting. Paul Ivy, then where did Cab come from? Not the car, taxi, whatever, right? I know. Um, the reason I chose Paul Ivy Cab is to honor myself, like I said, as my middle name. and my two grandfathers. Ivy was the name of one of my grandfathers, or is the name of one of my grandfathers. I won't say which, just for family's sake. And then Cab was my other grandfather's initials. So that's where I got Paul Ivy Cab. Just, took Paul and then Ivy for one of my grandpas and then Cab for my other grandpa's initials. So that's how I came up with that. On the story itself and what it's about, um, you're going to have to forgive me. It is a rough first draft, work in progress. So I'll tell you what I can, what I'm thinking right now. And look, you know, this is not a published work. This is not, anything. So I'd appreciate anybody out there listening to this. Just take it with, you know, take it as I'm just telling you what it's about, and then we'll go no further with it. I'd appreciate, nobody try to beat me to the punch or, anything like that. I know maybe it doesn't have to be said. I just felt like I had to say something because I'm still, like I said, it's a work in progress. So the story so far, or at least what I have in my head so far, and some written. Also, there are three lords in my story. They're not kings, they're lords. Same thing, pretty much, but their names are Answer, An- Anstor, Answer, um, Calsan, and um, Zodox. No, Zodox. I'm not going to spell those names, just that's the best I can pronounce them. So, yes, three lords in this case on a little island known as Peldon. Peldon. So, um, Answer watches over the sea, has his, has the sea creatures pretty much back to him for any disturbances, any trouble. And, the other two watch over the skies. Zodax, I believe, is the one that has the bats for the nighttime, and then the other Carlson has the Day Watch with essentially, Phoenix type creatures. I forget what I call them. Right now, I'd have to be looking at that, and of course, I have to be looking at the camera recording this. I just know said they were kin to Phoenix creatures or whatever. So, yeah, we'll go with that for right now. Um, and then if you say, if you come and stay in the town of Peldon, if you stay more than 2 or 3 days, they get suspicious because they have no allies and therefore no enemies either. So yeah, well, that's pretty much what I've got so far. I mean, I've got a little more, but I don't want to go into too much detail. So I just thought I'd give you this little snippet, sneak peek kind of thing. I have maybe 640 words, give or take, right now. Like I said, enough for a dedication page, a title page, and at least one full page of story. So I hope you like this little sneak peek behind the curtain of my writing. Um, I don't know how often I will do this. So I felt, maybe I talk about it here or there on the channel. So I just thought maybe I'd give you, you know, a little sample, so to speak. So thank you. Have a good day, good evening, and I'll be back soon with another video.